on the Wado Radio Show.
It's your boy, it's DJ Wado. It's the Wado Radio Show. It's more than music, it's ministry, man. And we got a newcomer to the scene, man. He's got one single that's been killing and a new single that's about to be killing. And he's from the ATL. Well, actually, he's from Texas, but he's living in ATL now, man. IZZE is on the line with us, man. What's up, my G?
Yo, what up, guys, man? Actually, you can call me IZZE. You know what I'm saying? Mostly, my nickname is actually IZZE. From my family actually calls me that. But actually, is my actually official name with a silent E. But yeah, bro, call me either one.
Man, you know, I didn't realize that, brother. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, people were starting to learn that actually new every day. I find out that people kind of automatically jump that E on. So I was like, I just take it and roll with it.
Man, you know what it is, bro. I have a tendency to mess. I was calling Christian Grey, or Christian Grey.
I was doing that
for mad long.
Boy, for a good minute, man. Like, I was doing that for a good minute, and I was even calling, man, your boy Spazzy Rocket, man. I was calling him Spizzers. Yeah, man, bruh. I was jacking cats up, man.
Yeah, now he not even going by that. So that's
yeah, now he's Davey Omar now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy though, brother. Yeah. But look, man, it's good to talk to you, man. And I'm definitely digging the music, definitely digging your sound. I think you're bringing something new to the game right now, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro, man. That's my goal, man. It's really man. Honestly, man, what I want to do, we can even talk more about this, man. Is I want to be able to revolutionize gospel music, you know, and not necessarily even Christian hip hop, and it's a difference. Sure. My goal intentionally is to, revolutionize and evolve gospel inspirational music, So, yeah, man. It's really, man, mixing up some new things, man. So, I've came originally more out of the Christian hip hop world. So, I listen to a lot of my older records. They're a lot more rappy. So what I'm really doing now is really actually new compared to what I've been doing. So, yeah, man.
Yo, so were you one of these guys? Like, I know Uncle Reese did this. Like, he used to rap. Like, I knew him rapping for years.
Yeah.
And then he did Until I Pass Out, and he was like, oh, hold up. Like, yeah, I got something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, did that same type of thing happen with you too?
Yes, so I would say sort of, kind of. I would say sort of, kind of, man. I really, I have records for days with Teddy P, man. Like, literally, probably records that are, very rappy. And at the same time, I have a lot of singing records as well, because I'm really actually singing. I'm really actually a singer. That's what I was born doing, but actually I rap as well. And I actually, a lot of times, enjoy that more than singing, because I grew up singing. But,
so you grew up singing?
Oh yeah, I grew up worship leading. Okay, actually, man. So I was literally, when Teddy P found me, I was opening up worship for a Jordan Armstrong concert. So yeah, man. I'm a worship leader straight out of the Kojic Church, man. But yeah, bro. Yeah, man. So I can plumb some sounds and things like that or whatever, and I experiment with a lot of different things, with a lot of different futuristic, crazy sounds, unheard things. And I guess my thing was I had music that people were feeling, but Amen was the first record that literally, all age groups. I'm talking about 5-year-olds, literally 5-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, young adults, teenagers, and your grandma that literally were feeling like, and I was like, this is interesting. So I'm a very musical person. I believe music is like science. Music is literally like math. You mix formulas to create certain results, and you have to know formulas to create results. So I got the formula of Amen, and I said, let me figure out what it is that's doing this and creating this. And I was like, okay, I think I got something. I think if I take this same formula, I mix it, I put it into another machine it'll do the same thing, which is exactly what it's been doing. Yeah, man.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Good God. Like, when I first heard it, I said, man, this is like the next level Amen. Like, this is like the continuation with that same energy. but with a different speed to it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, man. That was my goal, man. I think, to be honest with you, man, I mean, one thing that I really want to help revolutionize urban gospel music with, or urban Christian music, or even Christian hip hop, if you want to call it that, is really people, really artists, an artist that has literally a niche, unique sound that evolves. I think when it comes to urban music, or music that we make, music, that's a lot more youth driven, that a lot of gospel and Christian artists make. I think we experiment through a lot of different sounds. We try a lot of different beats, try a lot of just, we do everything, So, I mean, our albums will sound like literally a mix of reggae, a mix of hip hop, a mix of trap, a mix of New York, roll, mix of boom bap, you know what I'm saying? But literally, I mean, like Fetty, like you would see Fetty Wap do, or like you would see even Drake do, literally taking one sound and kind of literally just working that sound slowly until it evolves eventually. And I think literally, I don't know, it's just something about that, having a knit sound. When people hear you, they know, oh, that's a, that's a Fetty, or that's, the Dream, or that's, or that's Drake, So, yeah, man, that was my goal, was to take that exact same sound. So literally, I worked on that sound. Though the lyrics are intentionally not very intricate. The lyrics are intentionally very, very simple and repetitive. The melody is super repetitive. But literally, it took me a while to literally, kind of mix up that sound and then create something that made you feel the exact same way that man made you feel. So, yeah, man.
Interesting, bro. You
bro.
You said you grew up Kojic, going to a Kojic church in Texas, and now you attend Cornerstone with my brother Trip Lee and John O in Atlanta.
Yes, sir. That is where I'm planted at, man. I grew up straight, man, Pentecostal, man, straight stomp clapping. You know what I'm saying? And I actually joined up and met those guys a while back in 2012, man. Back when John O was at Blueprint, and you had Moochie was up there at the time and things like that, or whatever. And before he planted in Miami, yeah, man. But I actually joined up when they planted Cornerstone, man, back like almost a year, like literally a year and a half ago, almost 2 years.
Wow.
Yes,
How is that? Being able to be under John and Trip, and even just being in that community, how has that impacted your music, bro?
Oh man, it's a privilege, bro. It's a privilege, and I think it's definitely impacted the way that I do music. I think, and the way that I communicate what it is that I'm doing. I think, man, just theologically, it's really allowed me to, see, what it is that I'm doing is a career and something that, literally, I have the ability to do, to the best of my ability, and also to, do as unto the glory of God. It really just kind of changes the way that. It's changed the way that I communicate what I communicate. I mean, that's probably a whole other hour-long conversation. But yeah, man, I would say, man, it's definitely probably had an impact on kind of my brand and everything as an artist. I would say, man, being around those guys and just kind of hearing their hearts, for the church and for church planning and things like that, and as well as discipleship and all that, man. But yeah, bro.
Well, I'm hearing you. So you said earlier that even in Good God, you made the lyrics simple and all of that, and then I'm hearing you saying this helped change the way that you communicate, man.
Yeah.
Just expand on that thought, because I feel like there's something there, brother.
Yeah. So, gosh, man. So where it's a lot of different things. I would say, man, intentionally on Amen and Good God, I wrote those literally with the simplicity, because I knew that just musically, I knew that people they like music that almost sounds like they could have wrote. they could have written themselves. They like to sing music, that always happens, So I mean, I don't know. I intentionally, I would say, made it simple to open people up, I guess, to or to be able to open people up later on to, a little more deeper, level of conversations, musically and, theologically, even in my music. So I think my goal even now is to create music, that overall that everyone, church, all churches will love, inside of, and even outside, people outside the church, that can really just kind of open up the conversation about God, and everything. And then once we do that, first, my goal is eventually to, create a lot more deeper conversations, about who God is and things like that, and the gospel and all that, and really, kind of even refocus a lot of, what gospel music is, even more on the gospel, and even more on who Jesus is, man, and who we are. So good God, I come up with commercials for all of my singles. If you watch the commercial for Good God, literally you would not expect it. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but there's a commercial that I created for Amen and Good God, and really, man, it literally goes a lot more in depth. So a song that just seems like a fun song, like just jump around, really really funky, something for Christians to listen to, or church people to listen to. A song that just seems like that, it goes, even deeper. So what does it mean that God is good? Or it answers questions even like that the whole world has to ask. Like, why would a good God allow suffering, or why would a good God allow war, poverty, horrible things in our world? Why would He allow that if He truly is good? So he even answers questions like those, and brings it to the conclusion that if God is truly good, His goal is for us to realize that He is good and nothing else here on this earth is good but Him. So, it's like I liken it to, a guy selling real Gucci, on the corner, and then a guy selling, fake Gucci. I would, if I know that the guy down the street, is selling material and knockoff Gucci that's gonna make you run back to me, if you say, hey, yeah, I'm gonna just go down the street real quick. Oh, of course, yeah, go on down there, check it out. Because once you get down there and check it out and realize, oh, dang, this sucks, you're gonna automatically run back and realize, man, the only place I can really find real Gucci is on this corner. So and even when it comes to the goodness of God, why would a real God allow us to experience counterfeit gods? Because He knows that at the end of the day, even those that He, that experience, the bad things within this world, the things, that are horrible circumstances, horrible instances, those, are only even then still in God's plan meant to point them back to a good God that is real, man. So, yeah, man. So good God, you the realest. It goes even deeper than that, though. It's a fun song, but it's my goal to kind of slip deeper, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Answers, within, very simple, fun songs, not to put in all of my songs, man, that God is good because, He wants you to do this in atonement, in the righteousness of God. And nah, man, I just want to make fun music, just an inspiring, music that people love, has, the antidote, man, behind it, and really fun music, not music that's called the atonement trap version.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, people still not gonna listen to that, So, yeah, bro. Yeah, man. That's.
I think, man, like, so if I could say this, bro, like, I feel like you, there's a gift, like, there's a distinct gift that an individual has to have, that God has to give them, to be able to communicate something that's really deep and really complex, but make it very simple. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like hearing you explain, this is everything behind Good God, and then knowing how simple the lyrics are, like, that's a gift you have, my brother.
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
You
I really do.
Yeah, man, nah, it's just real talk, bro. You grew up leading worship, singing, but you also rhyme. Like, which one do you like more?
God, man, that's hard. Like, I mean, I would say singing just because I've been doing that a lot more
I
recently.
think you like
Gotten
rapping
a
more,
lot.
bro.
Say it again.
I think you like rapping more.
Man, I mean, I have my phases. I feel like, I mean, singing, is me. That always will be me. I mean, I'm a singer, at heart. I mean, a real singer. I mean, that's what I grew up doing. But rapping, man, it's a whole nother thing, man. I picked it up. I've always been a writer, so I mean, I've always been dope with the pen, man. So I started, later on, I realized I loved hip hop, man, and I loved guys, early on like Kendrick Lamar, man, and guys, even men with super lyrical, recent guys like Earl Sweatshirt and Tyler the Creator. I respected what they were doing, lyrically. So, yeah, that really, man, just even more allowed me to be like, hey, let me try this man and rap thing. Like, sorry, I'm pretty good at it, man. So, I mean, so man, this lyrical thing, man, I mean, yeah, I would say I almost kind of love doing that, man. I mean, I would watch ciphers for days, man. I mean, like New York cats, man, Jersey cats, man, really, I love that. So that's a whole different side of me, man. So, I mean, don't get it twisted now, man. I can come for you on the bars, man. I catch you out here. And so, yeah, bro, I did that So Going challenge, man. And Cass was like, oh, shoot, man, this dude really spit out
This
here.
dude can rap, yep.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man, but I enjoy it, though.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Do you, I guess let me say this, man. I feel like there's kind of a new urban gospel sound that's cooking, and I feel like you and some of the people that you've kind of been associated with are in the middle of that, like the Jordans, the Uncle Reese's, the Teddy P's. Like, there's a whole new sound, I feel like, just kind of coming from that little music community that I feel like, to your point, and you're one of those people, I feel like y'all are revolutionizing, like not even going to, but revolutionizing the way that gospel music sounds, particularly I shouldn't even just say, I don't want to just throw the blanket gospel, but just even Christian music for people that live in the urban context. And I hate that phrase, urban context, but I couldn't find a better.
Yeah, no, that's urban context. Yeah, man.
But
yeah, man, I would say, yeah, I would say, definitely. I see a lot of, I mean, I think it's my goal. I don't know. I think something new is. I think I want to kind of do, and I think you guys like Jordan and Reese really want to do something new. All coming out of the Christian hip hop world.
Yeah,
want to really kind of do something new for gospel music. I think, we're hitting the thing. I think the reason it's new, and it is because, I mean, one of the reasons being is everyone who does Christian music and gospel music, who wants to make music that's relevant to today's urban sound, mainstream wise, those cats are all going either Christian hip hop or doing like pulling Lecrae moves and going more mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And either way, it's great. Those cats are all going that way. And everybody who wants to really, who doesn't want to make that kind of music and really is just going gospel, they're making like praise and worship. So really, there's this in between thing that that's really trying to be cultivated, and it's my goal to cultivate. Where I want to make gospel music cool again, because there was a point in time where there were secular cats listening to Kurt, you know what I'm saying? And there were secular cats who was hearing what was coming out the gospel airwaves, like Mary, and they was like, oh shoot, this is bumping, like for real bumping gospel music. And I think guys like Chance the Rapper even, kind of seeing how this guy literally comes in, as a rapper, saying he wants to make quote unquote gospel music or mess with gospel music, and he actually doesn't necessarily. He actually doesn't really go Christian hip hop. He actually just really goes classic gospel. Now he has cats walking around here singing "How Great Is Our God," and things like that. Who never would even heard that song, So I don't know. What my goal? I want to make literally gospel music. Literally, people say, it's cool to say, oh, I listen to gospel music, and I mean really gospel music. So a lot of the things that I'm about to start putting out, as far as, it's going to be a really interesting mix, man. So there's an album that I'm going to be coming out with actually in the future by the name of Gospelia. It's literally a tribute to gospel music and also the evolution of gospel music, So kind of really, I got it from the idea of Catalactic or Stankonia. Literally, a really interesting kind of evolution of what gospel music is, man. So, I mean, if people, I really believe people can get back to the place to where literally, I mean, they're saying, like, yo, man, I got Drake on my playlist, and I'm listening to Fetty Wap or Black Youngster, Lil Uzi, and next, it's Ty Dolla $ign, and next, like I said, it's Gospel Cat named IZZE, or this Gospel Cat named whatchamacallit, like, dude, you gospel music? Oh, yeah, man, it's gospel, but I like it. It's bumping, So, yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
I feel like it's interesting. I feel like what Chance the Rapper is doing too, like, especially with sampling, like some of that 90s gospel, like, I feel like the door is about to swing wide open to what it is you're talking about. Like, I feel like people are like super open to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially music heads, because it's like, it's like I'm the type of cat, for me personally, when I hear a record and I know there's a sample, I always want to hear the original.
Yeah.
Like, because that's so hip hop to me. So I feel like, with someone with as big a platform as him doing that and it being critically acclaimed, like, I feel like, man, the door is wide open for that, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think people are really getting the sound, and even Kanye West did and things like that or whatever, with that one song. I think people are really kind of being open to that sound, because to be honest, I think what's going to start happening is that based off of the direction musically that the industry's going, I think just the industry secular wise, people are being open to all types of new sounds, period. Like, I mean, you listen to what's popular out here now. I mean, people are liking all these, they're very funky sounds. They're literally what's hot now is anything you can really mix up that's different. So I think on the gospel tip, when cats loved, the Chance the Rapper, who hadn't even heard, they heard Byron Cage on this dude's record.
Right.
Most cats don't even know who Byron Cage is,
exactly.
But they liked it just because it was like, oh, this is different, this is funky, gospel cats. Like, we've been rocking with him since like way back in the way back, man.
Yeah.
But cats over there, like, oh, this is different, I like it, or they're liking whatever's different, whatever, has a really, suit, and I mean really different, like, things that I would hear, and I'd be like, I don't really too much fuck with this. Like, this is, I can't say I can really get with this, but they're loving it. 2016, it's something interesting happened in the music industry, period. So, crazy things are happening. Kirk Franklin is, collabing with Pharrell and Kanye West. People are not having an issue with it at all. Secular wise, so I think that's really just showing where the industry's going. So music, like gospel music being put out, man, and really, a lot. I think it's going to really open up the gateways, for cats to really come out here and really say honestly, boldly, I am a gospel artist. Listen to my music. I mean, I make gospel music. And that's really, I don't think they'll be against it, especially the way our country and our world is going. I think people, honestly, and what I'm seeing, people out here, I think, are ready for, they want classically what's been known as gospel music, man, and they're ready to be inspired. They're ready to be led to something better and what they call positive, so I think that's just going to open the gateway up, man. So, yeah, bro.
Yeah, and I feel like, man, if I could just keep it 100, like, I felt like the whole Christian rap is corny thing is like I feel like that's so old because it's like I DJ events where there's not Christians there and I'm playing all Christian rap and people love it. Like they're asking me, who's this artist, who's that artist, you know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, man, like I feel like that's just going to keep continue because good music is good music.
Yeah, good music is good music, bro. And I don't know. I think I was with the whole Christian rap, but not a Christian rapper movement for a while. I was with that, you know what I'm saying? But I think it has its downfalls. I think it has its. There was an interview that Murs had actually a while back. The rapper Murs.
Yep.
Where he was hitting on it, you probably seen it, man.
Yep.
It was really interesting things, man. He's just from a secular cat, you know what I'm saying? I think it has its downfalls. It's doing good in some areas, but I think as far as the industry goes, I think it has it's kind of, I don't know. I watched it. I think it's getting a little weird because I think what cats are taking what's being dished to them industry wise. It's not even necessarily as much about the label or who it's by. Cats just want to hear good music. Good music is good music today. Like if it's good, if it makes me bounce, I don't care what it's about. That's what cats are really saying these days. Like they don't care who it's by, what it's about, what it's saying. So I think as far as Christian, I mean, you got guys like, Mick Jenkins. I listen to this guy, Mick Jenkins. I just found out of New Cat. Man, this guy literally, I couldn't tell he wasn't a Christian hip hop. I only could tell he wasn't a Christian hip hop artist until he cursed. That's when I realized, this guy's not a Christian hip hop artist. The whole time I'm thinking, this guy's talking about the gospel in his music. He's kind of talking about, he's mentioning Jesus, how he grew up going to church and things like that or whatever, man. And I'm like, wait a minute. And cats are crazy over this dude, man. And I mean, he literally sounds like, you listen to this guy literally sounds like a John Gibbs or like a Rapzilla cat, you know what I'm saying? But he has a completely different platform, man. So I think people are really, they're just open. I think the opportunity that Christian musicians have in this very relativism kind of age where everything is everything. People just like whatever comes in their airways, they'll just take and just vibe with. Everybody wants to be free. I think the privilege we have to through that is to take advantage of that with our music and really throw in that mix. Hey, this is who Jesus is. This is, what the gospel is. I don't think we have to really anymore. I don't think we really have to really water it down anymore. I don't think we have to really say, it's corny if I say the G word Jesus in my music, or it's corny, if I don't. Christian rap is corny. It's like, I don't. That's really played out, man. Good music is good music, I think, these days, man. So
yeah, and I think the other thing is when people know that we're Christians, but we don't want the label in some kind of way, it's like some people that looks weird to them. They're like, well, I know you're a Christian, like why you don't want the label? You know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. Like I think that looks weird to some people. And I mean, look, man, people are entitled to do what they feel like they need to do, and everybody has different experiences. But I've had people ask me that. It's like, yo, like, why don't some of y'all want the label? And it's like it's hard to explain it because it's like, well, they think people like you would like it, and they're like, well, I'm weirded out that they don't want the label because I know this is, you know what I mean? So it's, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, I mean, it's really interesting, man. It's interesting because people really, I think what our heart is through it, we have a genuine heart behind it. I don't want to be named a Christian DJ, a Christian rapper. Yeah. I mean, we have a genuine heart behind it, but I think one thing that we didn't a lot of people didn't get it, don't really understand is that what people know, they don't know like proper doctrine or proper theology or like progressed thinking. Like when they hear Christians, they hear one thing. Yep. So I think, and if we're gonna meet them there, I think the mistake we're making, we can kind of make with that if we're not careful, is we can go kind of we're like 10,000 years ahead saying, oh yeah, we're just Christians that rap, and they're like, wait, what? Christians that rap? We thinking they're gonna understand that. They're like, nah, I don't really get that, man. When I hear Christian, I hear Kirk Franklin. when I hear Christian, I hear Mary Mary. Like, that's what I last heard, and that's what I know.
Yep.
So I think, meeting people where they are, as far as that, I think is concerned, man, it's really good. I think, people really, a lot of times they're a lot more weirded out. I realize by me when they hear, bro, no, you're a gospel rapper, bro. You're clearly a gospel rapper, bro. Why are you trying to say you're not a Christian rapper, bro? Like, what? That's weird. Like they're like weirded out by me when I say, oh yeah, I'm a gospel rapper. They're like, oh yeah, that's tight, bro. Oh, your music is really dope for gospel music. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you see a lot more. It's just really, it's an interesting thing. It's very ironic what happens a lot of times, man. So. Yeah, I think people. I mean, whatever people decide to do, what works for them is the best. That's amazing. I think person says, they're Christian rapper. It's a lot of times not as bad as we think it's gonna be. So yeah, man.
It's tough, man. It's tough, bro. Look, man. At the end of the day, I think people just gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Do what you gotta do.
And I will say this though too. I think there's something to be said for just being led by the Holy Spirit in all of this.
Yes.
That's the flip side of it, man. So,
man.
unpacking this stuff, man, it is what it is. So, I gotta ask you this though, brother.
Yeah, man.
We getting the IZZE project soon, man.
Pretty soon, man. I'll have to I can't really announce it yet because I have actually a lot of big announcements. I actually have one particular big announcement that's coming pretty soon that I got to kind of keep on the wraps right now. But I know once that pops off, then I'll be able to really bring these dates with, and stuff like that or whatever, man. But yeah, it's coming pretty soon, man. And I think, it's going to be really new, man. It's gonna be really, I don't know. It's gonna be really crazy, man. So, yeah, man. I'm just keeping cats posted, man. And because what I've been listening to all the recent sounds, man. And
Yep.
I'm not, and as well as my fresh sound, man. So I don't know. It's gonna be crazy, man. And I think the opportunity we got is to start off with a fresh start. We starting off new. We knew we can really do something new, and start something fresh without. People looking at us weird, because we've been in the game forever and we're trying to switch it up, So, yeah, bro.
I feel that, bro. Well, man, I know whatever it is, I'll be excited for you, man. I just feel like, your vibe, what you're about, man. I think it's fresh for the scene right now, bro.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate you so much, man. Real.
Man, that's good talk, man. Listen, why don't you give everybody your social media too, man? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's a little hard to find you on social media, bro. So,
yeah, man. So, my social media. So really, what I run everything from is my Instagram. I don't even really run my Twitter like that, man. My Instagram is who_IZZE. So it's WHO_IZZE. So who_is. That's how everybody, you can find me. Literally type that in. That's the first thing that'll come up. It's IZZE, Sean, man. So, man. So, man, that's how everybody can find me, man. Reach me, keep posted on all my shows in Atlanta. A lot of cats don't know I live in Atlanta, but I'm doing, really some pretty big shows and crazy experiences out here right now, man, where everybody's knowing the lyrics, man. So cats, man, can get on the movement, man. Follow me, man. So, yeah, bro.
Word.
On the Wado Radio Show. On the Wado Radio. On the Wado Radio Show. Where it's much more than music, it's ministry.